DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say viewer and parental discretion is advised. Welcome to the show. It's time for an episode of DIECAST NORBZ Activate. I am DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan, and today I'm actually going to check out something, or a new episode. I'm actually going to check out something old, because today we're actually going to check out old Universe Powerglide here. I really love this figure. Back in the days, a lot of people were actually giving this guy a lot of flack. So why everybody? Do you actually hate good figures? Like, I don't understand. So we're actually going to check this guy out today and everything. He is superb in my mind's eye, but I really need to know exactly what you guys are actually thinking. So once you get a chance, if you actually see this, just leave a comment down on the bottom and everything. You know, if you actually have nice things to say them. If you want to fight about it, let's go. I just really want to see exactly what's actually on your minds with this guy, because, like, don't you love entertainment? Like, this guy is actually awesome to me. So we're going to take a look at this guy. Welcome to the show. If you haven't already, please hit the likes, please hit the subscribe, and please hit the notification bell, as I'm actually still trying to grow my viewership over here, and I'd really appreciate all of your help and everything. I'm still trying to make over to my first 1,000 and then 1 billion overnight, but I need your help to do it. So thank you all. Also, since after Strax's review, you guys actually gave me a little bit of a boost and everything. I really appreciate all of the people who actually checked that guy out and everything. So far, that video is actually great. If you get a chance to go check that guy out and everything, I had a lot of fun doing that video. On a serious note, I really want to make sure that you guys actually get a chance to please check out a couple of sites that I'm actually putting in the description. We actually have a lot of devastation from the last hurricane that we actually did have coming through the US, especially in North Carolina, and you can actually check out Greater Good, which is on brand for me. I love that so much and everything. So Greater Good, you can actually check them out, or the American Red Cross, you can check them out also and everything, if you're actually looking for a place to donate and give a little something, so you can actually help out a few of the poor unfortunate victims of the hurricane and everything, people who have actually lost families, people who have actually people who are actually still fighting for their lives out there, people who are actually still struggling to make ends meet and everything. Please try to give over to those companies and everything like that came as stellar recommendations. I'm actually leaving that in the description below, and I appreciate you all for taking the time to check that out and see what you can actually do if you actually have the means. And with that all being said, back to fun. Let's check this guy out. This guy is great. Let's get to the stage. And thank you for joining me for a little bit of show and tell of what I think is one of the best figures. Just let me fix my camera up over here. One of the best figures that we actually had from Transformers Universe, and it is Ultra Class Powerglide, and he is just super cool. First off, I want to take a look at this box over here, because the box is actually pretty nifty and everything all together. It was actually coming from the Transformers Universe line, and this was actually, this version of it was a Walmart exclusive. I'm not exactly sure if this one was, but this surely was. And this one is actually coming from the 25th anniversary of Transformers. 15 years later, we actually have more in the way of the lore, more in the way of what makes Transformers amazing. But this guy altogether was actually really special to me and everything. I love Powerglide. I love his antics. I love his shenanigans. I love everything that actually goes on to this bloke right over here. And this is such a great toy of him. Here we go. This is the red version of it, and then I'm just going to give you a quick look into everything that we actually have here. We have Skyfall on the side over here. That was actually one of the other entries that we actually had from Ultra Class. Ultra Class is still one of the best Transformers classes that we've actually got here and everything. This is actually in red. I'm going to be taking this one out of the package today and everything, but just let's go on over here so you can actually see the bio in here. I really miss Transformers character bios. I really do. It gives us a lot more into the lore of like the character themselves and a lot more into the lore of the Transformers themselves and everything like that, you know? This is actually really cool if you actually wanted to give it like a quick read and everything like that. If you'd like, there goes the strength, intelligence, speed, endurance, rank, courage, fire blast, and skills. And that's actually really great also. I love that so much. I really wish we had more in the way of that along with the other, with the newer figures that we were actually getting. I'm going to be probably taking this one out tonight because my little nephew actually kind of like wanted to run roughshod on this guy and everything like that and wanted to use this as a standing platform. He loves this guy. He's a little baby. He's 2. He wanted to like play around with the sounds and everything like that. I think the batteries have actually all but died in this one. I'm going to change the batteries tonight. But on this guy over here, and yes, you heard me say batteries because he actually comes with lights and action. I love this so much. And we actually have 3 different effects coming out over here and everything. We actually have the flight. We actually have the machine gun cannons. And then we also have the thrusters launching off, and then on each and every one of those you actually have like a little bit of light that actually goes on over in the back and everything. And I love that sound so much. And then right here in the front, we actually have a little bit of that same aspect and everything. So that's actually really nice. The one thing that this version of it will actually have is that this one actually has the missile. I kind of like lost the missile someplace and everything. I am actually looking all over for it or something. It could have actually gone along with the sale that I actually made like not too long ago and everything, but like it could have actually been a lost item. I really wish I actually kept it. I went back to tighten everything as much as possible in this guy because a lot of this actually needed to like be a little bit more spruced up. We actually have landing gear with rolling wheels. Such a lust art right there. I love this so much, you know. These things are actually a little loose on my copy and everything. I kind of wish I could actually fix that somehow. I haven't figured out exactly how to fix that, but yeah, it is what it is. Right underneath, we actually have a lot of like, you don't even really notice the robot kibble unless you actually notice like what's actually going on here, but nothing in the way really of robot kibble that you can actually speak of, or what should actually look like a robot unless you really want to nitpick things and everything like that, you know? You can actually bring up the landing gear like so, and there we go, and here we are. And what we have here is a new version of the Warthog, which I'm such a big fan of that jet altogether. They call it an aerial tank, and I understand exactly why it's actually called that and everything, you know? It's super cool. I love that. I've always loved this design. It's actually made for speed and accuracy and invulnerability, and I really love that so much. And let's take you into the cockpit right over here. And that's really nice. I love the fact that we can actually make out a couple of seats like right on the inside of the cockpit right over there, giving you a little bit more light here into the situation. We have a couple of intakes right over here. We have some intakes right over here as well, going to the jet propulsion system here and everything. So that's actually always really nice. The wings, we have like a really nice wingspan here and everything, which I'm actually really happy about. And the plastic here is actually super robust, although I have like a little bit of yellowing going right over here and everything. I'm not exactly sure what caused that altogether, but it's not any place else on anything on this jet mode and everything like that at all. Like these 2 places were the only places that we actually saw it here and everything. Aside from that, he just looks great, and I have to say he's actually really awesome. We have his machine gun that's actually right on the bottom over here and everything. I think there's like a little bit of weathering on that also, but really nice, super glossy plastic and everything, which I think is actually great for this figure and everything altogether, you know? Just a beautiful, beautiful design. Back in 2009 when this was actually released, there was a lot of hatred going on for this figure, but I never understood why. It was so well designed and everything, and I love the fact that we actually had this. We had this figure that was actually just like super well designed, super well articulated, really nice for its day and time, for its day and age and everything like that, you know, where right now we actually had like rotating hips and everything like that on this guy and everything like that. It was actually kind of like unfounded to see like how much great design work actually went into this and everything, like, and I'm kind of like really I'm actually kind of like really miffed at the like why people actually thought this guy was actually so horrible at everything, because like I thought that this guy was just like superb in every single angle. We have like laser machine guns here and everything like that also, you know, to add on to the arsenal of this guy. Like, they thought of everything on this dude. He's so good. He's so good. Anyway, let's get onto some size comparisons. In the comparisons of Powerglides, we have DX9's glider, and I love this version of Powerglide. I love it so much. I did this one like a few years back, excuse me. So if you actually want to see me back in my days of like being super inexperienced and everything like that, he's actually still on my he's actually still in my roster and everything, so you can actually check him out there. Combiner Wars Core Class Powerglide. I love this guy a lot too and everything, you know, but not as much as my DX9 glider. I really cannot wait to see when Hasbro finally decides to pull the trigger and this like make sure and just give us a deluxe version of Powerglide by now and everything. I kind of wish that I actually had like that new third-party Powerglide that was actually out for a while and everything. I don't have that whatsoever or anything like that. I wish I did, but sooner or later, I hope. And because I wanted to do this and I wanted to release him from his cardboard prison here, I'm not trying to be cooler than you mint and box collectors or anything like that. I really am not. But here goes. Powerglide, Universe Powerglide in his more Powerglide colors and everything. And I love the fact that we actually have this aesthetic here for Powerglide. He is just super, super awesome. He actually comes now with the blue windows as opposed to what we actually had over here with the amber windows and everything. We actually have like the silver intakes over here and everything like that. Also, you know, like they are actually pretty comparable, I think. Yeah, this was actually like really colored in silver. You can actually see it pop over there. We actually have, instead of an orange, we have like a yellow button right over here that once you actually hit this, still the same sound effects and everything. I just changed the batteries on this just recently also, and just tonight actually, you know, and there we go. I love this so much. It's so cool. And on this one, you don't really notice as much of like what we actually had on the bottom of this and everything, because on the bottom of this, only because we actually have more unifying colors going on here and everything. So that's actually really nice. And I love this to death already and everything. For years, I was dying to take this out of this box and everything, but I didn't really have a place to display this or anything like that. Tonight, I'm actually going to take a chance and remove it, and hopefully it's still okay. I already, like I said before, I changed the batteries just now. It's actually got like energizers as opposed to like what we actually had over here, the power fuel, the good old power fuels that this guy used to have. And it really is amazing to see exactly how long these batteries actually lasted without bursting over and everything like that. So that's actually really awesome. I love that so much. Just throwing that in my garbage can right now and everything. You can't collect batteries, right? Anyway, let's get into a transformation. I think we're going to transform him. And then wait, one more thing. Here goes the missile that actually went along with him and everything also. So you can actually put that right on the other ulterior end here. There we go. And if you wanted to have him have some rocket launching action, hold on, just let me put that I don't know, right there. And if you actually wanted to have some rocket launching action and everything like that, you can actually put that here. It goes pretty far. I'm not really going to, it's a powerful spring in there and all that, you know, so like I love that so much. So there we go. Oh, and then like a black Gatling as opposed to what we actually had over here. Just really nice color choices on this and everything. You know, I'm loving the silver for like the overtones here and everything like that, for the Autobot symbols and everything like that. And this one, as soon as I actually popped him out of the package and everything like that, he is really a lot tighter than what we actually had over here and everything like that. So like just really great and everything. I love this so much. All right, let's get these guys transformed and we'll actually take a good look at their robot modes. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, and shit! Getting Powerglide into robot mode is really awesome and super simple at the same time and everything. So let's start off by removing his blaster right over here. And then once again, let's just take a look at how greatly modeled this thing is, because like all the paneling work, everything that actually goes on to this guy is super amazing. And also, I love the fact that we actually have like electronics in here and everything. Unheard of nowadays and everything, almost at least, until we actually have Kit. So I can't wait to have that guy in hand, but like not as robust as this guy though, you know? So let's start off by going right over here. We're actually gonna separate the cockpit right over here and everything, and let's move this up a bit and everything. We'll actually separate the legs. We'll bring the legs down. There we go. Old school style and everything with sliders, you know? So that's actually always really great and always welcome. We'll take the feet, we'll actually flatten those out. We'll come over here and then we'll bring this all the way up right over here, just like so, and snap that right into its crevice. We'll bring these wings up and then bring it down here, and then that'll actually be cool. Actually, let me wait for that for like just a moment, because there's like a couple of other things that I actually want to do here and everything before we even get to that. And you'll actually still be hitting the like a lot of the some of the electronics, at least anyway, like especially since it's actually up here. And there we go. And now we'll just bring this like up like that. We will bring this whole entire section right over here, and we'll actually lodge it right in here. And then once you actually do that, oh, that's such a great little tribute to this guy. Hold on. When you're going into jet mode, you actually release it and it makes a reverse transformation sound when you're actually going into robot mode. Isn't that great? Oh, I love that so much. We'll bring his ab piece right over here, and then we'll bring his chest plate right down here. We will move this whole entire arm section just like so, and then bring this all down here and everything, and then we'll bring his tail wings down, and that's one of the sounds that you'll actually hear in robot mode. We'll bring this like so, and then bring all of this up over here, and then that actually dislodges this connection right over here, and then bring the arms down, and then they actually also, the hands are also on sliders. These are actually like really loose over here and everything, but what you actually want to do is just slide them out like so. That's actually really scary tight and everything, but like it's not moving anywhere. It's not gonna dislodge anything or anything like that, so that's actually great. So I come over here also, and then we'll just bring this wing just down like that. We'll bring the wing up, and then that actually dislodges everything right there. There we go. And then we'll actually peg it right over here on the secondary fuel, the secondary exhaust, and then we'll bring that down, and then slide this out. There we go. And we'll bring down the rest of the cockpit, and then for the head reveal, for the final head reveal, there we go. And that is Powerglide in robot mode. So let's take a good look at this guy and let's continue. This guy is super great. I love this version of Powerglide. Like, I love this version of Powerglide so much. I really cannot understand and like why people were actually giving it so much flack. Was it the fact that he was actually so top heavy? I know that there was like a lot of looseness with the figure and everything altogether. For me, I actually had to go into good old Kiki's and everything to like actually get everything situated and fixed and everything. But like once you actually do that, he is so awesome. That face actually says Powerglide altogether. I love that helmet and everything, you know? It's got these amber eyes here and everything. I kind of wish that they were actually blue, but they actually did that for a reason. And that is when you actually kind of like go over here and then you press down right over here. Those eyes are actually supposed to light up along with the exhaust and everything like that. I don't know exactly why they actually gave his machine gun jubblies over here and everything like that. Like it's kind of like an interesting and odd choice, but it's actually still kind of cool at the same time because for the front fuselage, for the exhaust, I kind of wish we actually had like an actual exhaust here and everything, you know, like that would have actually been, I think that would have actually been better designed to me, but I still love this. Because I think it's actually very dynamic and very striking for what it was, you know? We actually have the original Powerglide wings that actually go up on his shoulders and everything, so that's actually really great. The arms are actually really nicely done and everything. We actually have, it's a little shortened right over here and everything like that, but like it still falls along actual anatomy and everything, so that's actually really nice. Pelvic area, the abdominal area and everything like that. Abdominal area is actually kind of nice and everything. It's actually kind of like done in that kind of like a silvery Model S plastic and everything. There's actually a little bit of swirling in there also and everything like that, if you can actually see that, you know. It's really, really nice. Autobot symbol prominently put over here. We go to the back, there's all of this going and everything like that, you know. He actually has like the nose cone like right on the back, or at least half the nose cone and everything, and then like so much great detailing going into legs and everything. It looks like he misses a lot of leg days and everything like that with how scrawny the legs actually are and everything like that, but he is really making up for it with his calves and everything. I love how nicely painted this actually is too and everything. Like the accents are actually really nice on this guy and everything, you know. For a while, he was actually like my Powerglide and everything like that. Like having this guy back in 2009 and everything like that, like I really thought this guy was actually great. And even with like the faux pas, even with like some of the faults of this guy and everything like that, he still really wound up being like a great addition. And you actually add his blaster and he actually has weaponry and everything, so that's actually really great. And I'm gonna give you a quick comparison right over here with his doppelganger over here. I love it so much. Getting him in robot mode, it's so great. One thing that's actually missing on this guy that this guy actually has is that he actually has like, this is actually modeled in like, I think like another colored plastic and everything like that. I wanna say it's like, yeah, there it goes. Like this color right over here. I kind of wish I actually had something to paint over that and everything like that. But like, it's I think like a more of a grayish kind of tone and everything. The paint chipped right over here. You're not really going to see that over here on this version of Powerglide, because this version of Powerglide is actually all done in like red plastic and everything, you know? So like the red plastic, and then whatever we had over here in his faceplate was actually what they actually colored and everything like that. Again, I wish they actually got a chance to put like a blue, unless it's blue and I'm mistaken here and everything, because all I'm seeing are these black dead eyes and everything, kind of like what we actually had with Straxus and everything like that. But when you actually do this, those eyes actually light up also and everything like that, although it's actually going to show through a lot more prominently here and everything because of the fact that it is actually red plastic and not like red plastic with like a painted overlay or anything like that. So like, there we go. And then with this guy, it's actually just concentrated on his eyes and everything like that, which I think is actually a great choice. But whichever one you actually got, you were actually getting like a great Powerglide and everything. And then we actually have the weapon that actually goes right over here. So if you actually wanted to leave that out, you could. I'm probably going to store it and everything like that myself, because I'm actually a bigger fan of like what we actually have over here with the Gatling gun and everything more than anything else, you know. But yeah, they're great. They are super great. And the one thing that was actually kind of a surprise to me on this version, sorry about this, everybody. The surprise to me on this one was that everything on this, the joints were actually super tight on this one, and I'm actually kind of surprised. And I never opened this whatsoever or anything like that, so like I'm actually really surprised that the joints were actually super tight. There are a couple of like here things, odds and ends wise and everything like that could actually be worked on, like the rotation right over here on the upper elbow right over here. That could actually be worked on and everything like that. There are a couple of things here and there, like I think this might, the thigh cut might be a little loose and everything like that. But aside from that, just really, really nice. I'm loving this guy so much and everything. In fact, I think that, I'm not exactly sure, I think that this guy might take over as Powerglide, and then I don't know if I'm actually going to transfer into Hot House or something, or if I'm just going to have like Powerglide, Space Powerglide, and Earth Powerglide, or something like that, you know what I mean? But like, these guys are actually great. Excuse me for that. Now, articulation actually goes like this. We actually have a 360 right over here due to transformation, uninhibited. We can actually look up just like so and everything. You can actually, it doesn't look down or anything like that, but that's okay. You have 360 right over here on like some, kind of like, they're good ratchets, but they're not really like super harsh ratchets or anything like that, where it's actually going to be like click, and then it should actually stay there with like some weight or anything like that. You know what I mean? I want to see if there might be a way to fix that altogether. But at the same time, back then, when they actually made ratchets, they made ratchets, you know? So like everything in here could have actually been like, there are probably a couple of like other like springs and gears and everything like that. It's not like plastic friction like the ratchets or anything like that, you know. We actually saw the same thing with like G1, like when I actually operated an Optimus Prime's shoulder, when I was actually fixing my G1 Optimus Prime and like adding like smokestacks in there. You could actually see from that video that like you actually had quite a bit in the way of springs and like other parts and everything like that made that up and everything, you know. So like back then they actually had such a great art about doing things and everything like that. Not like today. Today I think they actually skip a couple of steps and everything, and it also makes me worry about the longevity of certain figures and everything like that, but it is what it is, you know. So we actually have like rotation right over here. We can actually go all the way out just to that far. We can actually bring this down just like this. Let's see, we have 90 degrees on the elbow and everything like that, and you can actually see exactly how short that arm is as opposed to the elbow and everything, which is actually super elongated. That could, I mean, it's got funny proportions, but he's still great though, you know. I love it. And we actually have rotation right over here on his, oh, actually, I forgot to do this. Rotation, there we go. Once you actually rotate it, now he's actually complete. I kind of like feel like I messed up there. Anyway, so we have rotation on the hips right over here and everything. That's actually like right underneath the hip mark right here and everything like that. So that's actually really cool. You can bring this all the way out like so. That's actually really great. You can bring this all the way back, so your donkey kicks way back there and everything, which is actually really nice. You have a great kung fu kick right over here and everything like that, and right over here you're actually ready to do some fan damage. So that's actually really, really great. You have, just let me bring that down here. We have thigh rotation right over here and everything. Some squeaky joints. I think I kikied the inside over here and everything, so he didn't like go knock me or anything like that. So there we are. You have you have 90-degree bend right over here, so that's actually really great. And then we actually have dorsiflexion right over here on the shoulder, on the feet right here and everything, and a little bit of ankle tilt. So that was actually pre-Legends and everything. So he is a really great articulated figure. And just let me fix this guy right over here. There we go. And now we're actually talking Powerglide. So there we are. And here is Powerglide next to Powerglide, Powerglide, and Powerglide. So there we go. And this is the DX9 version. He's still my favorite out of all of them and everything. But like, this guy has really surprised me altogether. I really think that this guy is actually great. He's beautiful. Like, everything about these guys are actually just like really awesome. So no matter which one you actually get, you are actually going to get a top quality aerial commander and everything. He is super fantastic. I love Powerglide. So there we are, and away we go. Let me give you final thoughts in just a moment. Powerglide will always wind up being one of my favorite Autobots. I don't know if it's his bravado and everything. I don't know if it's actually the way he handles things. But like, I do think that it's warranted. His confidence is actually warranted because he is an aerial ace. He's actually the one who can actually kind of like outbest all the Seekers in the air and everything, if not better and everything. He's actually superb in everything that he actually does, and he knows it. He knows it, and he's not shy about anything that he actually does. Do, and all the things that he actually says. Is it like pride? Is it like what do you call it? Is it like conceit or anything like that? I don't necessarily think it is, because aside from that, he's actually got this heart of gold and everything like that, you know what I mean? And like, that's one of the things that I actually love about Powerglide the most, you know? He's actually a blowhard, but at the same time, he's actually there. Powerglide is there for his friends. He's there to help. He's there for everyone who actually needs it. He's there for love with his Astoria Carlton Ritz. He's there, you know? And let me tell you something, this guy will always be one of the top quality Autobots in the whole entire league and everything. So if you actually have a chance to find one of these universe versions of Powerglide, or if you decide to get two of them, you'll actually love them so much and everything, you know? This guy altogether, on my version, the tolerances are actually super amazing. On this version, he needed some work, admittedly, but they're actually fantastic characters, they're fantastic figures. Go out and find them if you can. If you actually love Powerglide as much as I do, you won't be sorry. And that is it for me for today. If you actually love this video as much as I loved it, just please give it a like, please give it a subscribe. I really hope that you actually come back again, and I love the fact that you actually came over here to join me on my trip through nerddom. I'm actually here for it all the time and everything. And come back and join me once again and everything. I know I'm gonna have something cool to talk about and everything. I know I'm actually gonna have like something to say about it and everything, because that's what I do here. That's what I do. In any case, I really appreciate you all, guys. As always, love is an action word. Make sure you actually put that forth in everything that you actually do. Also, if you actually get a chance to go down into the description, and if you actually do decide to give over to the Red Cross or over to Good Deeds, please do and everything. I really appreciate that and everything, you know, like if you can actually afford to help, please actually help them out. It actually goes to a good cause. Please help out as much as possible. I really appreciate you all, and I appreciate you all for making sure that love is actually like the #1 thing that you're actually leading with and everything like that. Always lead from the hip with love, you know? And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I look forward to talking to each and every one of you soon.